What is up, everybody? Welcome back. Looks like today I came across some newly acquired footage never seen before of an old Wade Wilson police interview slash interrogation where apparently he's snitching on his old cellmate about some murder stuff here. We're gonna see what happens. Let's see what's going on in Wade's world.
To understand. Okay, real quick summary of this case before I play Wade's interview, just so it's easier to understand what is going on, from his interview, because it's about this case. So Mike and Denise were high school sweethearts. They get married. Brian married his high school sweetheart. They all four knew each other. They all four hung out and they were friends. Let me add by saying Brian and Mike were
This guy, Brian, looks the exact same age in his high school photo as as in his mugshot.
best friends. And Brian murders his best friend. It's sickening. Brian and Denise started having an affair in 1997. They conspired to killing her husband, Mike, and Brian sells insurance. So he had just sold Mike a high life insurance policy. So Brian goes and kills him, shoots him, buries him. And so they plan it to look like a duck hunting accident, like he went out on the boat. But law enforcement knew the whole time that something was fishy, obviously, but they couldn't prove it, right? So that was in 2000 that Brian killed Mike, Denise's husband. 2004, Denise collected $1.75 million in life insurance. Brian and Denise waited 5 years to get married because they thought it would look suspicious if they got married right away. So in 2005, they get...
Basically, I'll tell you this. That's pretty much the crime, okay? These people, bad, murder someone. Now, we're going to fast forward a few minutes to save you some time because where Wade comes into the picture, basically Brian goes to jail and meets Wade. And we'll continue from there.
Okay. So he's arrested. So in 2016, Wade goes to jail. So he meets Wade in jail.
Look at Wade.
Brian. They become friends and he knew Wade was about to get out. So he says, hey, basically I'll pay you if you could help.
He could carve a pumpkin with that chin. Look how sharp that chin is.
Me out with my trial and create reasonable doubt. So the story of what happens and how they want Wade to help is what the interview is going to tell you and let you know. The audio interview goes into all the details. The video interview just kind of like sets up like, yeah, this is Brian and, it's the basics. And then the hour audio interview tells all the details of what they asked Wade to do when he got out, right? So Wade gets out, tells the story what happens, and then Wade goes back to jail. I think it was for like some kind of probation violation, whatever. He goes back to jail right here. This interview picks up where he goes back.
Look at this doofus. Look at that hair. He looks like he should be wearing a scally cap. What do you... Do y'all know what a scally cap is? Give me one. I love to Google stuff. A scally cap. Oh, yeah. He should be wearing a scally cap. Let me show you what a scally cap is, all right? One of these puppies, all right? Look at him. He should be wearing one of these. He looks like a child who would run up and pickpocket you on a cobblestone alleyway back in the 40s.
Back to jail after he's been out. He got the money. He got the directions of what he's supposed to do to help Ryan. He gets arrested again. And this is, like I said, either June or July 6, 2017. They both say different things. The document says June and the audio says July 6, but it's basically 2017, the summer of 2017, right? He goes in and he sees Ryan still obviously in there, and Wade just leads him to believe that everything is going as planned. He's still going to help him because Wade wasn't going to be in jail long this time either. He was going to get out shortly because it was, just a small charge or whatever. So it's like, okay, when I get out, everything's going as planned. I'm using the money for, what I'm supposed to, even though Wade had already spent it. And this is where we are right now. That this interview is when he gets arrested again. He convinces Brian he's still going to go with the plan. And then he goes and snitches on him. Then October 2017, so a few months after this, Brian...
And then he goes and snitches on him. Cut to this face. That's the... Boy, I tell you, I've never seen such a frown in my life. Frownicus. Look, he don't even got any lips. Lippica, where'd your lips go? I understand you committed a crime, but you need to file a police report on whoever burgled your lips. They stole your lips, sir. There ain't nothing but it looks like somebody took a pocket knife and just carved a smiley face emoji-esque frown. Oh my goodness. Oh wow.
I'm sure finds out, he snitches on him. So Brian is running out of options, right? Because I mean, that was a big charge. The kidnapping and aggravated assault was a big charge. Plus, he's probably afraid that Denise is gonna rat him out for the murder somehow. So in October 2017 is when Brian confesses to murdering Mike Williams, says Denise was the co-conspirator, and he wants immunity before he talks, basically. And then in December 2018 is when Denise was convicted of conspiracy to commit first-degree murder. So that's what this story is.
This guy. Listen, I can't lie, all right? This looks like pre-drugs, or maybe he was just getting into drugs. Good-looking fella, all right? We can all agree. I'll tell you now, this middle picture, as someone who is a frequent thumbnail creator, and so I know my way around a little photo editing app. This absolutely has some effects done to it for his skin to look like that. But look at his teeth. Great teeth, healthy gums. They're not all chipicus. I mean, what happened, brother? What happened?
Wade, after he goes back to jail, he probably feels screwed. He thinks he's going to get special treatment for...
Look at this doofus. Oh, wait. Oh, look at him right here. Oh, boy. Look at his little dimples. Look at you. You've been getting the ladies, hadn't you? Oh, look at this one. Oh, brother, unhand that. Tell your top teeth to unhand that bottom lip. God. Oh, boy. That must be that Hellcat he was talking about he's driving.
Snitching on him. Plus, he spent the $20,000. So it's like, shoot, what should I do? Well, let me snitch on him, thinking he's going to get some special treatment too. He's such a jerk. Anyway, so here's the interview. The first will be the video interview. I did it twice. I did one where it's just the way that it was sent, and then I did one just zoomed in on Wade so you could see it closer. And then right after that is the audio interview where he goes into the details of what happened, like when he got out and what was...
Why does he look so doofy and everything?
The instructions for him to do. And if you're interested in the Brian Winchester and Denise Williams case, check out my playlist for that. It was about a month or so ago. I ordered the files for that case, and I have a few videos going over the files that I got. It's a pretty interesting case, too. It really is. You know what? I'm going to link my videos I did on that case in the description. So check out the description.
You know what? Go ahead,
video,
Zab. Go ahead and
link a link to the videos I did on this case if you're interested.
The time is 5:25 by my watch, Thursday, July 6th. Presently, we are at the Leon County Courthouse to administer a photo array. Will you please state your full name?
My name is Wade Stephen Wilson.
Okay, Mr. Wilson's the witness. I am FDLE Special Agent William Michler. Also is Mr. Wade's attorney,
Jessica Yuri.
Deputy John Glad, now come here.
All right, you understand we're being recorded?
Yes, sir, I do.
Okay. And you understand that you can stop this process at any time?
Yes, sir.
We can.
All right. And you understand your hairdo looks utterly ridiculous and honestly a bit lopsided. It looks like someone took the top of your head and moved it a little over to the left and then left it there. You do understand? You do understand? Okay. All right. Just confirming before we move forward.
Pause it if you want to speak with your attorney.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Can you raise your right hand?
Sure.
Swear affirm the statement you're about to give is the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God.
Yes, sir, I do.
Okay.
Sir, also, can you spit out your piece of Trident layers that you're smacking on over there? You smacking on your bubblicious over there?
Been threatened, ordered, or threatened, coerced, or promised anything to look at this photo?
No, sir. No,
okay. All right. So I'm going to read to you some standard instructions, and then what I'm going to do is, let me get over here so I can make sure that I'm on camera.
All right, yes, sir.
Is I'll ask you to initial here that I read this.
Okay,
So
sure.
I'm going to just read it word for word.
Yes, sir.
You will be asked to view a series of photos of individuals. It is just as important to clear innocent persons from suspicion as to identify guilty parties. The person of interest may or may not be in this photo array, and the photos are not in any particular order. I don't know whether the person being investigated is included in this series. Individuals presented in this series may not appear exactly as they did on the day of the incident because features such as head and facial hair are subject to change. You should not feel you have to make an identification. If you do identify
You don't gotta do this,
someone,
Wade.
I will have you designate the photograph of the person you have identified. Regardless of whether you make
He
an
ain't doing nothing
identification,
until he gets an
we will
Oreo
continue to
McFlurry
investigate the incident.
and a pack of chicken
The photos
nuggets.
will be shown to you at one time and are not in any particular order. There are not any blank photos in this series. This is part of a normal process. Take as much time as you need to examine each photo. If you make an identification, I will continue. This is the wrong form. This form is for where we show you just one picture at a time. All right. Since this is an ongoing investigation, you
This lady's like, Jesus Christ. How did I end up with this loser? His head shapes like an almond.
should not discuss the identification procedures or results.
Yes, sir.
Did you understand everything that I read to you?
Yes, sir, I do.
Okay. Will you put your initials?
He seems so different, man. He seems so different. Even his face, like, it just looks so different, right? It's just me.
You understand and you were provided those instructions? All right. Because I work for the state of Florida, we have more paperwork for you. All right, Special Agent Devaney is going to come in,
Does he fart during this interrogation?
and when you're ready,
Sure.
yeah, he'll read the reading.
Okay. Yes, sir.
Just do it. Actually, no, sorry, that's for us. So he's going to come in. If you got any questions,
All right. Yes, sir.
take your time, as much time as you need.
Thank you.
You all right?
Yes, sir.
I'm doing great. Yep. I'm not about to be sentenced to death in the next few years. If only he knew, am I right?
What I'm going to do is I'm going to show you a series of photographs in this folder, and just take as long as you want. Examine these photographs, and if there's somebody in there that you recognize, if you'll just circle the entire picture, but take as long as you want.
All right. I don't need any time right here. Yeah, snitches.
Okay, you certainly had no hesitation whatsoever.
That's the guy.
Absolutely.
That's the guy. Are you telling me this is Mr. Hold It Down, Mr. Run the Prison Yard, Mr. Don't Mess With Me, Mr. Thug Life, Criminal Life, Swastika, Joker tattoos, stitch my mouth shut because I'll never tell. All right, sir, we just need one circle. I just want to make sure you know this is the guy. That's him. Wade Snitchin' Wilson.
100%.
100%.
No doubt in my mind.
That's all you can ask.
That's him.
Good deal.
Yes, sir.
Do me a favor, if you'll just initial
Sure.
also next to that, I'd appreciate it.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, go ahead and do me a favor. If you'll quit looking like an idiot, fix your hair.
Okay, what time do y'all have?
5:29.
If you'll write 5:29
Yes,
PM
sir.
next to that.
Quit
problem.
clicking your stinking little pen until the man tells you he's done needing you to put stuff on the paper. Oh. Yeah, we get it. You feel real good about what you did. Hold your pen until the detective says you're done.
And the date?
And today's the... what's the-
7/6. Yeah,
right.
7/6. All right. Back in just a minute.
All righty, yes, sir.
Look at this doofus. Look how he looked. Hang on. Oh, gosh. Oh, my goodness. Look how he looked at the other officer. He looked at that officer like, hey, no need to thank me, officer. You're welcome. Hey, I don't mind helping the boys in blue. Hey, look at my jumpsuit. I'm in blue as well. Look at him. Get out of here, Wade.
Guess we can come back in.
Yes, you may. We still recording? Yes. Okay. It's my understanding that you identified the subject in photograph number 5. Is that correct?
5, yes, sir.
Okay. Are those your initials?
Yes, sir, it is.
I want you to fill this out for me.
Sure.
All right. So this sequential photo array, I was shown.
Guess we can come back in.
Yes, you may. We still recording? Yes. Okay.
Yep.
It's my understanding that you identified the subject in photograph number 5. Is that correct?
5, yes, sir.
Okay. Are those your initials?
Why did this
Yes,
just
sir, it is.
start over?
I want you to fill this out for me.
Sure.
All right. So this sequential photo array, I was shown. Looks like our form has a typo. Consisted of, it's going to be 6 photos.
6 photos, right, yes, sir.
All right.
I have selected
Okay. Go ahead.
photo number 5.
Sure. Yeah. I want you to check that, please.
My initials are
There you go.
as the person who,
Who is this person to you?
just the person that I met up with for Brian, the person that was his person for me to talk to.
Okay.
So
Was this the
Just the person, the person from the person with the person. That's all there is to it, detective. You don't even know how to snitch correctly, sir.
person that identified himself to you as
Winchester.
okay? And so just in your own words, I want you to put that down.
Okay.
Wade Winchester.
Alrighty. Sign right there.
Please.
Yes, sir.
Detective, can you Pull that gun
for you.
out. Tired of hearing that.
I'm not the investigator.
No,
By Wade.
you can witness it.
All right. Do you have any other questions?
No, sir. All right, no.
Nice one.
Maybe.
No, no.
Right. The time is 5:30.
Where's Barry
We're gonna
Shack?
complete this interview. Right.
This is just so
The time is 5:25 by my watch, Thursday, July 6th. Presently, we are at the Leon County Courthouse to
Yeah, so it's the same thing. Look at this little doofus. Tell me he don't look like Woody if Woody lost his cowboy hat. Well, that's the interrogation footage. Just wanted to react to that. What a doofus. That's him pre-tattoos, pre-Jesse, pre-Ari, pre-Shaq, Shaqicus, pre-everything, premature. I'm sure. Hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you next time.
Hi everyone, I'm Christina Green, the dentist who helped Jumpsuit Pablo get his smile, health, and confidence back. If you're interested in seeing if your medical insurance has the same coverage for a full mouth rehabilitation surgery, just like the one I did for Jumpsuit, please reach out to us. You can either scan the QR code here or email us at implants.christinagreendds@gmail.com. Thank you, Kiosk Club members, and I look forward to hearing from you.